Good morning. We're going to talk to you today about physical fitness, weightlifting, health, and diet so that you can get a little bit of an idea of how this could pertain to you and how you manifest the life you are living. You see. When you decide to get yourself in shape, what might you do? You might join a gym. You might find a friend that wants to work out with you. You might design a program that you're going to follow that's going to keep you on track. Perhaps you're going to lift weights 3 or 4 times a week. You're going to modify your diet to be more lean to get the desired result that you're wanting to get. This is what you're going to do. And what are you really doing? You're building muscle. You're building health and wellness, or your belief in it, by these practices that you are choosing as a tool to help you do this, you see. You have a tool too, a human tool. And this human tool is capable of great feats. But you have to use it the way that it was intended to be used, you see. You got to build a little belief. You have to build a little strength. And you have to do certain things in order to keep you strong in your belief and headed in the direction that you're wanting to go, you see. We want you to look at your growth as a human and the potential to manifest the human you're wanting to see and form. Not a whole lot different than that body that you're trying to get into shape. You may start out and you may have a little bit of a belly on you. You may be a little bit flabby. You may have some poor eating habits or ways of living that are not really contributing to the look or the way or the health that you want to be in. And so you decide to modify these ways. You decide, I'm going to eat more lean. I'm going to make those trips to the gym. I'm going to do what I need to do so that I can see myself informed the way that I want to see myself. Does it happen the minute you think about it? I think you would agree it does not. But what happens is a little bit at a time, as you do your practice, as you continue to move along this way towards health, towards fitness, you start to change. And you start to see that reflected in your body. It feels good. The size drops down. The belly tones up. People start to notice how good you look, how good you feel. And all of this is building your belief in self, and it's becoming easier and easier to follow that plan, to keep on track, to do the things that create and form that you're wanting to see in yourself, you see. We want you to use this same practice in the development of yourself as a human. We want you to decide how you want to look, how you want to feel. And then we want you to decide what are the practices you are going to do in order to make that manifest. Can you find a partner that will join you in it? Can you do something regularly that reminds you of the destination that you would like to receive or make? You see. What's going to happen is little manifestations are going to start to occur. Little things are going to start to show up in form. You're going to start to see yourself transform. And this is where the belief comes in. This is why we're on you all the time, that we would love for you to receive and form what you have become by the experiences you've already had. Because when those forms start showing up before you in physical form, your belief level goes way up. Your confidence level is going to go way up. Your love of self going way up, you see. We like this analogy that we're giving you between fitness and your life. Because I think you would agree, as you start to obtain some type of level of fitness by the efforts you are putting forth, you start to feel good. People start to notice. And you get real happy with yourself, real confident, you see. Once you start materializing in form the desires that you have, and your confidence starts to rise because you start to see some of those materializations, it just keeps getting better and better and better and better, you see. But what happens when you're on a fitness program and you cheat? You go backwards. You feel terrible. You feel like you've failed. You feel like you've got to start all over again, even if it's a day, even if it's an hour of eating what you didn't want to eat, what you had pledged that you would not do. And every time you do that, every time you go backwards, your belief becomes a little weaker, a little more difficult to obtain, you see. But we don't want you to judge yourself in every single moment, because this is what the result is going to be. We want to know, or let you know, that if you slip up, just back up and start again. Don't move into self-condemnation. Don't move into I've ruined it. Don't move into now I got to start all over and disappointment in self. Just pick the healthy habit back up and start moving in the direction that you would like to move in. This is the way that you will reach the goal or the mark that you're wanting to get to, you see. The first couple weeks, as you know, are the most difficult because whatever you've got going on is going to struggle to keep going on. And it's not that it's a bad thing or a wrong thing. It's just a thing that has been focused on for quite some time. And so we want you to look at it in that kind of ease, in that kind of understanding, and that you're just going to allow that all the time while you are adding something else to it that you are wanting to see. And gradually you're going to transcend or overcome that energy that has been focused on for a very long time. We want you to be easy about this. We want you to be allowing to yourself and to simply set the goal and move in the direction of it. You see. Isn't it funny, really, when a person decides to get into shape, to lose the weight, the change that comes over them, the shock, really, when people see them. It's like a new person. You feel like a new person. And this is much the same way it's going to be as you move in the direction of what it is you're wanting in your life, what you would like to become, what you want to have in form, what your desires are as a human. You don't have to accept the shape or size that you're in. You can decide how you want to look, how you want to feel, what you want to have. And hold that vision. And then watch things that come to support you, to hold you up, to send you in the direction that is going to yield you just exactly what it is you're wanting. Is there any doubt when you follow the diet, when you do the exercise plan, that there's a result coming? Does it take a little bit of time? Absolutely. But it's almost as though you can feel a click or a connection that you have planned for a very long time when you're going to be successful. You pre-pave it. You get the food in the house. You get the membership to the gym. You get the partners to go with you. You tell people about it. You're not afraid to because you know you're going to do it. And we want you to do this in your human form, in your life. We don't want you to be afraid to proclaim what it is you want. We want you to build energy in the direction that you're wanting to go. This is how I would like to feel. This is what I am going to bring to my life. This is the direction I'm going to take and the ones I'm going to take it with. You see. Why do we do the YouTube and the podcast? Because we're trying to give humans something that can keep them headed in the direction that they're wanting to go. We're a tool that can be used by the human. We're just a tool. We are not the source of the human's power. We are an assistive tool that they can use to access their own power. A reminder, a partner. That's what we are, you see. But you are the power. You are the picker, the chooser, the determiner, the caller to oneself, what it is you're wanting in your life. We're never going to advocate that you ever give that power to anything or anyone else, because you're doing it. You're doing it all. You see. We just wanted to give you that analogy really between the workout and the human that you are. And get that same belief going in the direction of what it is you want to manifest as a human, not just in your physical form, as how your body looks and the state of health you're in, but in your life form, in the relationships you have, in the jobs that you have, in the manifestations that you're wanting to create, is same. There's this moment of deciding. There's this vision of what you want to see and form in the body that you have, the health that you have. It's no different than the money you want, or the mate you want, or the house you'd like to live in, or the means to do all of it. It's the vision that you hold of yourself that's going to bring what you want into form. Use the tools and create the success by heading in the direction that's going to yield you what you're wanting. You don't eat a cupcake when you're on a diet and decide, I'm just going to have cake every day for the next 30 days and guilt and shame myself because of it. You just love your human. Oh, I had a little setback, had a cupcake. It's okay. I've done this right. I've done that right. I've gone to the gym 3 times. I've thought positively about myself. I've downed myself a size. And now you move on from it, you see. You soothe yourself out of it. And this is what we want you to do with your human in the manifestations that you're wanting to get. Once in a while, you're going to get into a little negativity, or you're going to encounter something that's difficult for you to deal with. And you're just going to decide, I ate a cupcake while I was on a diet. It's not the end of the world. It's one cupcake. And now I'm moving on, letting that go and not condemning self for it, you see. Because it is the predominant thought, the predominant way of being that's going to bring you the results in your life. You can have a cupcake every once in a while and still get to where you want to get. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to tip the scales in your favor. And that's all we're asking you to do. Be aware of the emanation you are most of the time. And don't condemn yourself all of the time if it's not exactly the way that you wish it was, or you are striving for it to be. You are a human. You are on a contrasting plane. You have to allow for that. You have to forgive that. This is the best way that you're going to manifest what you're wanting in your life. Don't give up. Don't condemn. Just keep your eye on how you want to be. Head in the direction that you want to go. And find supportive people, places, and things. And use the tools that you have to assist you or help you on this journey that you are on. We want you to remember the analogy between your fitness and your health. It's same. You might be somewhere where you don't want to be, where you don't like your size, you don't like the muscle tone, you don't like the health or the fitness level you're at. But when you gently start to shift yourself and you start to see the results of that, you start to feel the pants loosen up around your waist a little bit, you start to see yourself in form a little better than what you were before, belief starts to rise. This is what's going to really push you or tip you in the direction you want to go. We talk all the time, you got to get that belief going. And the belief comes from seeing something in form. That's why we're on you all the time about manifestations. That view of what you have created in form is a very convincing and empowering factor in keeping you headed in the great direction that you're wanting to go. It's why we gave the practice to Robin. You might have listened to the podcast about manifesting that yellow sweatshirt, because silly as it was, when she saw something in form that she had thought about, even though it was funny and even though she didn't really want it, and that's the reason it showed up so easy, by the way, it was a very confirming and empowering moment. We want you to have more of these moments. We want you to do the little things, see the little manifestations, the little changes. Hold yourself in that level of emanation long enough so that you can see the results and that you can build some belief that you are this creator that we're telling you that you are. Form is what confirms that for you. It's what keeps you going on the diet. A little loose waist, a little toner body, a compliment from someone who has noticed your improvement. All of these things are coming to you through form. And your belief is growing and your conduct is getting better. You're getting better and better and better at fitness. Because form is showing you the creator that you are. Sometimes we laugh at people when they say, well, I'm not materialistic. Well, you are a creator of form. That's what you are. Of course you're going to be materialistic. You're the creator of form. We hope that you really understand what it is we are trying to guide you into doing. We want you to be easy about this process. We want you to get enough little things going so that you can believe in yourself and that you can continue in the direction you want to through that belief. Because that's where it's going to come from. You have to believe it in order to receive it. You got to get rid of the condemnation. You got to get rid of the judgment. You got to get rid of all of those things that cause you to go in the other direction and keep moving and trudging and heading in the direction you want to go. Never looking at where you have not reached. Never thinking about an end or a completion. I'm just going and going and going and going. Good day.